And now my group want to present about Atomizer. As you know, an atomizer is defined as a device for emitting most liquids, such as water, perfume, or paint. Atomizer has been very useful in many applications, such as perfume sprayers, airbrush, and spray bottles. By understanding the basic principle of an atomizer, we can make a homemade version of the device for multiple purposes. Moving on, the problem statement is one of a more visual representative of an atomizer would be the airbrush. Airbrushes are used to spray paint onto a surface, and we need to know the factors that influence the spray volume. In this case, the volume of the paint spray is very important as it significantly influences the quality of the paint job. Uh, the group, our group needs to know the factors that influence the spray volume. And the objective is we have been tasked to create a homemade atomizer out of household items. We need to use a handheld bicycle pump, soda can, and a straw. Other than that, our group would also study the effect of
From reviewing the literature available about this topic, such as research papers and product patents, we can conclude that the literatures are separate into two parts, which is the creation of low pressure region and the aerosolization. The creation of low pressure region is done by utilizing the Bernoulli's principle, which create a low pressure region by increasing the velocity of air around it. This transports the fluid out of the container and into the atmosphere. Then the aerosolization process occurs when the high velocity air meets the fluid at the next. The aerosolization process occurs where the fast moving air atomizes the fluid coming out of the container by using high velocity air perpendicular to the direction of the fluid coming out.
Okay, now I will explain about the methodology we use in this project. In this project, we are mainly using the Bernoulli equation, which consists of pressure, velocity, and height. Where if we, in this case, we are manipulating the velocity of air to increase the pressure. When the fluid velocity decrease, the pressure will be increased. But when the fluid velocity increase, the pressure will be decreased when the height is constant. So in this project, we are changing the pressure to give the to make the atomizer spur more liquid, to make the atomizer push more volume of water at the nozzle. There are two ways to build an atomizer. First one is the simple atomizer, which use only straw, syringe, can, and water. Now, this method we only blow or use syringe to push out air and make the inside the tube low pressure and high velocity area, and this make the high pressure at the can to push the water into the straw and go out through the nozzle. And the second one is the pressurized atomizer. This method we use syringe or bike pump in our project to pump into the plastic bottle to create a high pressure inside the plastic bottle, and when we push the nozzle, the high pressure in the bottle will push the water into the tubing and goes out through the nozzle. Thank you.
Okay, this slide I will explain about the discussion. There are three factors that influence the effect of performance of the atomizer. The first is straw length, the second is straw diameter, and the third is fine pin speed. Okay, I will explain straw length first. Time taken for the fluid to travel up the straw. That means the longer the tube, the longer the time it will need to travel up the tube. So our group have decided to shorten the length of the straw to ensure a larger volume of spray. The second is about straw diameter. A larger diameter straw could transport a larger volume of fluid. That means it would be beneficial for the volume of spray to use a larger diameter straw. Okay, the last is fine pin speed. The larger amount of air flowing through the top of the straw, more fluid would be sprayed out. This is due to a faster of piping. The amount of time the low pressure region is heated is much longer compared to how long there is not. Okay, the last slide is about conclusion. The first is we are able to create a homemade atomizer out of household items with successfully. The second is we are able to learn more about binary principle because we must create a low pressure region. The third is we also know that there are several factors that can contribute the effect of performance the atomizer such as straw length, straw diameter, and pipe speed. And lastly, we hope this design will help more people to create atomizer effectively and help people using low cost to create this product. Okay, that's all. Thank you.